Approach Southwest 1586, level 15000, Tango.
Southwest 1586, all six, descend maintain 13,000, expect runway 34 right.
3000, we'll expect 34 right, Southwest 1586.
Good morning, Price Delta 967, level 15000, Tango.
Delta 967, calling approach, expect runway 34 right, descend maintain 13,000.
Delta 13,000, Delta 967.
Southwest 1586, descend maintain 10,000.
South 1586.
Southwest 1586, advise me at the airport in sight, north at 289.
No.
November 2 Juliet Victor, contact approach on 121.1. Delta 967, descend and maintain 10,000. Southwest 1586, 3 miles from Slade, clear ILS to the 34 right approach, maintain the 170 knots or greater to shuffle.
34 right approach, we just picked up the field, South 1586.
1586, under next one, visual approach, 34 right, and 170 you're going to shuffle, please.
Ratio 34 right, 170 greater to shuffle, Southwest 1586.
Southern 967, 5 miles from Slade, clear ILS and 34 right approach.
4 right approach, 967.
Salt Lake approach, Delta 1477, 15,000 Tango.
1477, South Bridge, center maintain 12,000, expect runway 34 right.
Gonna maintain 12,000 for 34 right, Delta 1477.
Southwest 1586, contact tower 119.05.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Southern 1477, descend and maintain 10,000. November 3 Sierra uniform, contact Salt Lake Center 133.9.
339, let's go 310, contact launch today.
All right. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter Sunday. Let me see if I got this microphone. I want to make sure my camera microphone is turned off, which appears that it is. Das, how are you, my friend? Happy Easter to you and your family. Yep, I don't like doing camera stuff, but figured it's a holiday. Might as well take myself out of my comfort zone and get a little FaceTime in here. Plus, I think my parents were going to tune in to this stream as well, since everybody, it's hard to get around and see people these days. So today we're going to fly from Friedman. I think it's called Friedman-Memorial. Is it Memorial? Yeah, Friedman-Memorial, and it's in Idaho. Now this is a airport that is off the org. It's freeware. It's just there's not much to it. It's got a little terminal and just X-plane normal stuff. However, the Idaho Falls scenery that we'll be flying into, even though the runway numbers are wrong because it's old. And happy Easter to you, Noel. Speaking of parents, that's one of my parents right there. Happy Easter. So Idaho Falls is a payware scenery that I have. So let's figure out our payload and such because we're flying United Express. We're going to do a little turboprop action today in the Beech 1900. Doing a little United livery. So we need to come over here. Check out this stuff, Swiss cheese. How are you, my friend? Happy Easter to you, Noel. Very nice, very nice. Thank you. All right, so we're going with 14 passengers. I think this plane holds 16. 0 fuel weight, 114.4. So the fuel was 22.15. That's pounds. So we'll come on down here and departure altimeter is 3005. Let's see what we got here. 3005 and ATIS is Quebec. We'll double check that. Thank you. Happy Bunny Day to all. Yeah. And the wind is kind of gusty. It's Friedman right here, 130, gust in the 17, so it's a little bit windy. Idaho Falls is about the same, gust in the 22, so it's going to be a little bit of a sporty takeoff and landing, but pretty much right down the runways, so it won't be too bad. So Idaho Falls doesn't have, it's untowered, but Friedman is towered through PilotEdge. So speaking of PilotEdge, I want to fly at flight level 190, which requires IFR. So we're going to file IFR. We're going to do the Reeps 3 departure to Reeps to Victor 500 to Pocatello, whatever, and then Idaho Falls. And B190, slant golf, 190, Salt Lake as an alternate. So we'll file that. And come over here to the map. And we're up here. Flight plan is on file. All right. Show, what's next? What do we got here? All right, back to the plane. So for weight, I flip my paper over, 39. And 22.15. Yep, we're heavy, but that's okay. That's about 50 pounds extra. I mean, 50 pounds of cargo for all 16 passengers. So we're about at our max. 2215. Saw it sink down. Close the baggage door. Alright. I like the King Air where I can just click on the seat and it will sit me down there. Close this. Get some fresh air. The overlay transition sounds real loud. Oh, is it really loud? Let me turn my volume on. I'm going to do a transition real quick to see what it looks like. Huh. Do you know how to... I'm going to have to switch back though. Do you know how to lower the sound of a transition? Is it a specific setting, you think? Let me go to properties. It doesn't have... I'm not sure where I would do that. You would have thought so. Yeah, the properties on the Stinger, which that's called a Stinger, I think. There's no volume control. Doesn't matter now. No, I know. I wasn't going to spend a lot of time trying to figure that out, but I'm not sure. I'll have to ask, and I'll make a note, see if I can lower the volume of that, because it's like a wave file or something that's embedded in the code. I don't know. I bought the package, so I have all this animation stuff now. Trying to make my streaming a little bit cooler looking. Lower sound on Stinger transition. If I don't make notes on everything. Before I had a smartphone, I had 3x5 cards. And I had all my notes in a 3x5 card in my wallet. That was my old note-taking skills. Now I have like my smartphone. I have like a note. I have a note, actually. I have a Note 8. So that's what I've been using. All right, so we're super heavy. We're going to have to keep that in mind. Let's park and brake is already set. What's this dude doing? Let's reassign the throttle quadrant. All right. The graphics are cool. Yeah. Did you see my opening screen? The stream starting soon. Did you see that one? Swiss cheese. I got the starting soon, and I got the be right back and the stream ending. They're all animated, and then I have alerts. I'll show you what one of the alerts looks like. I'll do one that doesn't have sound because some of them have sound, and I need to figure out where's. All right, let's go to my little control panel here. So this is part of the package I bought too. So I'm going to emulate a RAID. See what that does. So that would be that's like a test. So that would be a RAID. So I kind of like it. Looks pretty cool. quadrant is set. Let's check our voltage. Battery's 28, so we're good on that. And let me see, that is off. Tail flood can stay on. We'll turn on the beacon and nav lights. Seat belts. Emergency, that's normal, that's fine. All those are fine. All right. So I guess we're ready for the battery. Turn on the battery. Clear these things out. Don't really have a gen tie I'm aware of. Oh, let's check the volts for external. That's right. There's no volts yet. I'm using my King Air 350 checklist because it's similar, but turn off those lights. O2 is fine. Check the warnings. Okay. Fire test. Our fire light test. There's like 4 of them. Battery, bus, it's normal. Anti-ice, we'll turn those on for ground ops. I've already loaded the passengers. All the doors are shut, so we can start worrying about pressurization. And also, my subscribers, if any of y'all are here, I sent out a Easter email, I guess, to all my subscribers. So I appreciate you guys subscribing, whether it be by Amazon Prime or just outright paying for a subscription. It really means a lot. And it was because of those subscriptions and cheer bits that I was able to buy this new streaming animated stuff for y'all. So I don't do it for the money. So anything I do get, I put right back into the sim, except for maybe a cup of coffee or something to stay awake. But anyway, that was just my little email to say thank you for allowing me to upgrade my streaming a little bit. All right, so let's turn on the beacon light. Where's that? That's probably up here. I think I turned that on already. Yeah. So we'll look outside. Beacon is on. Prop area is clear. So we can start engine 1. The fuel status. Main is fine. We'll leave it on auxiliary. Bring those to auto. Okay, so start 1. It's about 20 or 12. That's 12. We're going to add some fuel. Wait till that gets about 45. I gotta mess with the conditioner lever here so I can get the prop RPM in the green. You don't want it too sluggish. can turn down the volume of the sounds there a little bit. And Noel, you received the email. Good idea for us. Thanks. Oh yeah, no problem. Yep. Is that in the green now? Yeah, it's in the green. All right. So now we can turn on the gen in the bus. And we got power on the left gen, nothing on the right gen yet. That's fine. So now we're going to start engine 2. All right. Probably just make these even and it'll both be in the green. Can lower that left one a smidgen. Try to get the RPMs about the same. And then we'll turn on the right gen. Turn that off. Prop RPM 1050 or above, we're good. It's in the green. Check our volts. So we got 28 on the right, 20 on the left. Leave it on triple fed. DC's loads fine. DC's volts, we're good there. I think I filed my flight plan already. So I'm pretty sure I did. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, so that was engine start. Now let's get the environment set up. So we'll come over here. At least I think it's over here. And we'll turn the bleeds open. That'll give us some pneumatic pressure. And we'll go auto. Turn the temperature to auto. That will handle the cabin temp, which is right here. It's starting to climb because it's 36 Fahrenheit where we are. We can turn on the furnace. Otherwise, all that looks good. The inverters are on. There's no EFIS switch to worry about. Let's turn on avionics. I can remember where that is. Here it is. Right, is that rudder boost? Yeah, rudder boost. Then we need to turn on the EFIS switches. Alright, we're set there. And then trim is working. Yep. Do flaps for takeoff. Yeah, right about there. Flaps are set. Let's test the E-lights here. They're all working. Slave the gyros. I don't know if they do anything in this model, but it's just on my checklist anyway. Alright, Friedman ATIS is 128.22. And we'll pop on COM 2.
Arriving runway 31, departing runway 13. Arnav runway 31 approach in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Quebec.
Alright, so nothing's actually changed. It's still
Haley
Quebec.
Friedman-Memorial Airport, ATIS information Quebec. 1850 Zulu.
We'll verify the altimeter.
120 at 10,
Ground is
gust 17. Visibility
21.7.
10. 2,700 scattered. Ceiling 3,300 broken. 4,400 broken. Temperature 2. Dew point -7. Altimeter 3005. Arriving runway 31. Departing runway.
Alright, ground control.
Runway 8 vacated by Bravo 7.
Oh, that's super low.
577, taxi around via Charlie, remain this frequency.
Taxi via Charlie and remain this frequency, American 577.
0172 Sierra Tango, San Francisco Tower, runway 28 left at Echo, clear for takeoff, verify transponder Monty.
28 left at Echo. 172 Sierra Tango, 28 left at Echo, cleared for takeoff, and transponder Monty is on all.
It's just pitot heat, not a feather. It has all normal stuff. Okay. And field elevation at Friedman is 5320, so we're within 75. And we are pointing 111. 111, we're good.
November 15494, cleared the Greeley Airport via Denver to departure.
Now we have to wait for them to say
direct, maintain 7,000.
feedback correct.
Departure frequency 132.75, squawk 4132.
Denver 2 departure, Wells, radar vectors, Wells direct, maintain 7,000, 132.75, squawk 4132, Cherokee 15494.
494, read back correct.
Haley ground, United 1399 at the terminal with Quebec, IFR, Idaho Falls.
United 1399 to the Idaho Falls Airport, Aurelia 3 departure, reaps transition has filed. Climb via SID, except maintain for level 190. Departure frequency 133.25, squawk 4557.
Cleared to Idaho Falls via Rural 3 departure reaps transition, then a spiral climb via the SID, exit maintain flight level 190. Departure 133.25, squawk 4547, United 1399.
Yeah, 1399, read back correct.
Alright, so we got our clearance.
Jet speed 24, contact Haley Tower 125.6.
Let me see. I guess I'll just pop this out, probably easier. Let me download the flight plan. That'll actually be
Star 44 Chevy J, it's clear now 6 seconds.
way faster if I download this.
Hey, Charlie Joy, thanks for Via Alpha.
Rapid Alpha, Charlie Joy, good day.
Save desktop. No, downloads.
Haley Tower, jet speed 24 on the RNAV X-ray runway 31. Jet speed 24, Haley Tower, runway 31, clear land. 31, clear to land, jet speed 24.
Alright, so I got it downloaded, so I should be able to go flight plan, menu, delete. And hey, thanks for the follow there, my friend. Hopefully that alert wasn't too loud, but appreciate the follow. Welcome to our little group of misfits. Alright, so we're gonna do that flight plan. So everything is there, except I'll just make sure the departure is programmed, and we'll brief it too.
November 172 Sierra Tango,
Roar 3.
NorCal departure 172 Sierra Tango.
Load. We'll delete one of the reaps. The second one, clear, yes. So then we can come up here and we can look at Friedman,
departure, ready contact.
departure, Auroral 3, Armbound,
2649, contact NorCal approach 100.2.
SEERP, SEERP, we gotta be above 8,400. And then reaps, and then on with the airway.
Olympia Tower System 190, Mike Echo, short 35, ready to go.
So put that on GPS. And what airplanes are you flying today? Right now I'm flying the Beechcraft 1900D. It's a United Express. So it's a little twin turboprop.
Alright, 35, clear for takeoff 190, Mike Echo.
It's got a nice looking cabin. It's made by Carinardo. It's one of the longest owned airplanes that I've had. It's got pretty cool doors, animated doors and stuff. And if you want to know the other airplanes I fly, you can check my video, Twitch channel description below, and I have a list of all the airplanes that I fly most of the time. Thanks. Oh yeah, no problem, bud. So yeah, I've got like all my computer hardware, like my processor. I have everything about me and my channel stuff down below, and special events. I do DCS events, I do around the world events, I do all sorts of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Appreciate the follow there, bud. Alright, flight plan is entered, so 4547. Four, 5, 4, 7. Let's squawk altitude. So I don't forget.
Verify climbing 7,000, correction to 4,000.
The autopilot. Decision altitude. I'm guessing 200. I'll double check that later.
3629 cross bear at a maintain 17,000, Salt Lake altimeter 3000.
Shows up here. There we go. That's decision altitude, which is radar. And then we're gonna do. Already turn that on. So we're gonna start with.
Southwest 1591, contact Denver Center 127.02.
We are cleared to all the way up, flight level 190, so we'll set this for 19,000 feet.
Southwest 1591, Denver Center.
You can do vertical speed, but you have to hit this altitude select. If you don't do that, at least with this airplane, it will blow right back past your altitude that you're set. So you have to do altitude select for it to hold when it reaches that. Otherwise, it will just keep climbing at whatever vertical speed or IAS mode you have in place. So we got heading, altitude, select vertical speed, and no yaw damper quite yet. And all that is also advertised right here.
November 172 Sierra Tango, pursuit X Sausalito.
Do windshield heat on. Normal. Prop de-ice. So we'll do auto. We'll check up here for the transfer. So it should go right to, there he goes, just transferred. So we know that's working. Not that I need it, but you should still check it. Surface de-ice test would be a manual. So you could hold that down, and what that would do is fill the boots with air, and then that would break off any ice on the leading edge of the wing. Alright. There's no auto feather test, but there is a auto feather arm, so we'll go ahead and arm that. Cabin pressure.
Centennial ground, Cherokee 15494 with information Oscar ready to taxi.
We are going to flight level 190, so we'll set 200 in the middle. So the cabin altitude is 3,000.
35 right, taxi.
So
Alpha,
current altitude of where we're at is 5,000. So current altitude is 5,000. So we set that because that's cabin altitude. So we're actually clear to fly up to 24.
Reno clearance.
So you set it for the cabin altitude because we're at 5,000 feet at Friedman. So, and let me see, Idaho Falls elevation is 4,700. So then you'd have to think about the pressure. So Idaho Falls. Actually,
Reno 9er departure vectors as filed. Maintain 9,000.
Idaho Falls is 30.08.
Squawk 3565.
Alright, cleared the Tango Papa Hotel. The
So
Reno
plus
9 departure,
300.
as filed 9,000, 119.2, 356.
So Idaho Falls is 47.44, and then I'm going to want 300 to that. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll say 5,000 cabin altitude. So it's pretty much set. Like, we won't have to move this again for the duration of the flight. Pressurization is good. Alright, prop sync, fuel. It runs off auxiliary first, and then it will automatically go to the main tanks. Temperature is 36 Fahrenheit. So we're okay. Got taxi and Rico lights. Pedo, stall warnings.
Assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
Still Quebec, nothing's
Haley.
changed. So that means the winds and altimeter, nothing's changed. So I think we're ready to taxi, y'all. All right, and like I said, tower is 125.6. So we'll do 125.6 for tower. Haley Ground, United 1399, it's a terminal, currently Quebec, rated taxi.
Yeah, 1399, runway 13, taxi via Bravo.
13 via Bravo, United 1399. Alright, so let's go. So we do break off.
Southwest 4629, Reno Airport, 11 o'clock, 2 miles.
And a little bit of power. Yeah, we are super heavy. Conditioner lever is full.
Southwest 4649, maintain 9,000.
We're about at our MTOW.
Reno Ground, Sirius 511 Alpha Tango, ready to taxi just off Juliet.
Air 51 Alpha Tango, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha.
16 right via Alpha 1 Alpha Tango.
SkyWest 3629, contact Salt Lake approach 135.5. Southwest 4649, cleared visual approach, runway
What
16
yoke
right.
or side stick do you use? I use the CH Eclipse yoke. I don't remember if I got it at the X-Plane org store or Amazon. I want to say Amazon, but they're about the same price. It's like $150, $160 or so. And the reason I went with the CH Eclipse yoke is that I couldn't really use my legs very well when I first got my yoke, when I wanted to use the yoke, so I have thumb pads on this that I used for rudder and steering. Since then, I've been able to, my legs work pretty well now, so now I have rudder pedals, and I don't use the thumb pads anymore. But if you're looking for an alternative for rudder control and steering,
Sky 620, you have the weather, say approach request.
it's a nice yoke. However, there's another yoke called, it's on the X-Plane store, it's a Honeycomb, I think. And Honeycomb yokes are very highly regarded. And then there's another yoke that I'm looking at. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Fulcrum. It's called the Fulcrum yoke. Now, it's not out yet. But my next piece of hardware is going to be the Honeycomb throttle quadrant, which is going to have levers for GA and airliners with reversers and flaps and trim wheel, autopilot panel. It's all one unit for like $250, and that's gonna be my next purchase. But for yokes, I would say the Honeycomb yoke that's currently out is probably the best bang for the buck right now. And I don't have it, but the reviews are very, very good. All right, so let's check the wing. We got wing. I have no idea about the other side. No auto ignition. Turn those on for takeoff. Turn off engine anti-ice. And we'll go landing lights. Strobes. Jesus. For some reason, my Trike IR quit working on me. That's alright. Landing lights is on. We are trimmed for takeoff, I think. Yep, flaps are set. Prop sync is on. I'll go to tower.
Tower 18.7.
Tower is 125.6, and he gave us the reaps. Did he give me the departure? 13325.
Southwest 4649, Reno Tower 16 right, clear land.
Clear land, 16 right, Southwest 4649.
13325, and this departure calls for a runway heading.
Contact Oakland Center 132.2.
So we'll set that for runway heading. All right. Just about ready to take off here. Get it on my laptop. 13. Haley Tower, United 1399, holding short at 13.
Answer 1399, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
13, clear for takeoff, United 1399. Alright, so we got, it's traffic global. working yet. Is there anything here? It's not even picking up the right. Yeah, it does. Okay.
Air 172 Sierra Tango, Oakland Center, roger.
Reno Tower, Sears 511 Alpha Tango, holding short 16 right.
We're 51 Alpha Tango, Reno Tower, 16 right, clear for takeoff.
16 right, clear for takeoff, 1 Alpha Tango.
Southwest 46, 49, 1 departure prior you.
4649.
Centennial Tower,
Alright,
Cherokee
50%.
15494, holding short runway 35
We're
right.
gonna keep an eye on the
Alpha
torque.
80,
We don't want to over torque it. Props
15,
are
104,
full.
Centennial Tower, runway
Steady.
35 right, clear for
Increase
takeoff,
the
flight
power.
runway 90.
Clear for takeoff, 35 right.
Look to
flight
rotate
runway
at about
Cherokee
120. Keep the torque just under 40. 120, rotate. Positive rate, gear coming up. Flaps out.
November 172 Sierra Tango, advise you have the weather, see approach request.
Alright, autopilot is on. So we're going to go to nav, since we're on GPS.
2 Sierra Tango, expect that.
And we have to be at 8,400 by SERP. So we'll be plenty high by then. Alright, verify gear is up. Flaps is up. It is breezy. That mod on the outside is not much. Hey Gizmo.
1 Alpha Tango, got a NorCal departure.
Over NorCal, 1 Alpha Tango.
Dave is on TV. Looks good, my friend. Yeah, man. I figured I'd do a camera
November 51 Alpha Tango, NorCal
stream
departure.
today. I don't like it, but it's a holiday and my folks are signing in to watch the stream as well, so I figured I'd do a little camera action today, even though the quality of my camera is horrible. But
That was 4649, clear in November.
Southwest 4649, cross runway 25 at Alpha, takes stop, remain the circuit.
let's go to IAS mode. Well, we'll wait until we start losing speed, then we'll go to IAS mode. So we'll add in some more torque as we climb.
4,000, cleared straight in ILS, runway 32 approach.
And we can reduce the prop RPM a smidgen out of the red. We're in the clouds.
November 0 Lima Tango, gun XL, Exeter 133.25.
Turn off the auto ignition at this point. And Master says, how much minutes or hours do you think you have before I arrive? Oh, it's not going to be long. All my streams, as most people can attest, are usually 2 hours gate to gate, no matter what airplane I fly. Usually from gate to gate, no matter what, it's 2 hours. So probably looking at maybe 30 minutes in the air, I would suspect. So yeah, not too much longer. And hey, thanks for the 100 bits, Noel. Much appreciated. Appreciate the bits in the cheer. Nice little Easter cheer there.
Sky was 3629, reduced speed to 210.
I don't think this guy's sent me over to departure yet. Alright, we're going to go to IAS mode. We're going to hold it at 150 knots or so. Add in some more torque.
Centennial Tower, Cherokee 15494, request frequency change to approach.
Air 494, connect departure.
494.
Yeah, I am waiting for my handoff to departure as well. I'll wait for him to answer first. Alright, we can turn off the landing lights at this point. So landing lights, taxi lights,
Air 15494,
Rico
departure to
lights.
contact, proceed back to Wells.
Haley Tower, United 1399. Did I miss a handoff? Let's put the yaw damper on. There we go.
United 1399, contact Salt Lake Center.
Over to Salt Lake, United 1399. Alright, 13325.
Oakland Skyhawk 1720, Tango, request descent to cross Lumpy at 3000.
Is there icing going on? Nope. It's 8 degrees, but it's no icing, so that's fine. I'll turn on the auto prop for right now. Be safe. Salt Lake Center, United 1399, 15,200 for flight level 190.
United 1399, Salt Lake Center, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb and maintain flight level 190, United 1399. Alright, seatbelts can come off.
Alright, 20 Tango, unable 3000 of Lassie. You can still make the descent. You have about 6 miles between Lassie and the final approach fix.
Torque is full power right now. Climbing out at 1,500 feet.
Maintain 900,000.
Gizmo, that's so tiny. That looks not terrible. Is all fine. Yeah. I want to look on the SO. Huh? The SO? What's the SO? I'm in IAS mode. Takes a while to climb at this altitude. So let's go to standard. Wonder if I can. There we go. Now it should hold out flight level 190. Shout out. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not very good with acronyms. I know what LOL is. Noel had cheered, and I wish you a happy Easter. Oh, thanks, Gizmo. You too, my friend. You too. Cheers for all here and happy Easter. Yep. Thank God for technology, because how else can we, get together like this on these times without the technology that we have? Imagine if this crisis happened 15 years ago, it would just be way worse than what it is now. Alright, where's my heading? Do I have a heading knob? Guess not, so I'll use this and sync up the heading bug.
Albuquerque Center, Sky High 80 November, just departed Kilo Sierra Kilo X-ray requesting VFR clearance IFR clearance to VFR on top, 12,500 feet.
Let's take off. So cruise is icing.
Sky Sierra November, squawk 3760.
Lower the prop to about 16.5. Turbine is all fine.
Sky High 80 November.
Lower that to about
3639, select airport north, 15 miles, report inside.
98 or so. Turbine. That looks good. Prop sync is not spinning, so we're good. Temperatures are good. We are at 190. We're cruising along. So, top of descent. It's figured for an RNAV approach from Z-lower.
Sky 3629, clear visual approach, runway 34 left.
See what that looks like.
Sky High 80 November, in contact, and what's your destination?
It'd be Zulu 3.
Destination is Durango.
RNAV Zulu.
80 November.
So
Sky 80 November, so you're requesting IFR to Durango Airport?
IFR to clearance on top to Tango Alpha Sierra, please, 12,500 feet.
Okay, Sky High 80 November, stand by. Sky 3629.
Idaho Falls approach is RNAV Zulu 3. Yeah. From Z-lower. So we're going to do 3 from Z-lower. We're just going to load it.
3629, select
So make it
12, gust 20,
somewhere in here we'll ask for an approach request. And we'll just go to straight to Z-lower.
Can you maintain your on terrain and obstruction?
So we'll cross Z-lower somewhere around 8,000. So about the same distance to this VOR. Should be
when able direct and
PIH.
maintain 13,000. Correction, climb 2 and
So we'll
report
do
reaching VFR on top.
8,000.
13,000, maintain 13,000 and advise.
Okay, climb direct Tango Alpha Sierra, climb and climb to VFR on top and
should be descending now. That's alright. Won't worry about that. So the idea would be to upgrade is 65. 65. Is this LPV? What in the hell? I didn't know it did that.
clearance.
It's LPV or RNAV? It's RNP, so that's the same.
Communication breakdown there. I had to reconnect, so I'm climbing with my own terrain clearance to. And I'll let you know. Sky High 80 November.
I can ask for the approach at any time, so we'll do that in a little bit. Be right back. Be right back. Have he noticed that? I don't think so. He's so busy. You talking about the cheers? I did notice the cheer that Noel did earlier. How do you use color background for the world or name at Gizmo? I need new glasses so I can actually see what I'm typing. Yeah. How do you use color background for the world or name? You know, the colors that come up in the chat, I guess it's just standard. I haven't done anything. I don't know how that works.
622 report high calculation in the on this frequency on the ground 1 to 2.2 frequency change report.
I don't know.
We'll report airport in sight. Frequency improved to 122.8. Sky 622.
Everything is squared away back here.
We are VFR on top, climbing to 10,500 feet.
80 November, Roger, maintain VFR on top.
Maintaining VFR on top, 10,500 feet, Sky High 80 November.
You don't have to give an altitude when you're VFR. ATC does not need to know if you're in altitude. They only need to know if you're VFR if you're going to fly into a controlled airspace such as a Bravo or a Charlie. Bravo you need permission, but if you're going to fall into like anything that could be interfering with other traffic, then you can tell them, but if it's just normal VFR flying, ATC would prefer you don't say every single altitude you're at, because that's the point of VFR, is that there is no altitude restraints, so they don't really care what altitude you're at.
Southwest 1591, contact approach 120.35. 120.35.
Alright, Idaho Falls, ATIS is 13532.
Shuttle Ahmed West 428 requesting direct to the destination, please.
Ahmed West 428, prospect 000.
000, Ahmed West 428, thanks.
Apparently we're too far away, that's okay. I'll pull it up on my weather. (020)
Upper Cruise Center, Sky High 622, we're
20 knots.
and airport in sight. Switching on Unicom.
Sky 622, Roger, you want to cancel IFR?
Roger, cancel IFR. Sky 622.
Sky 622,
It's actually...
receive Squawk VFR.
Squawk VFR, Sky 622.
Yeah, I'm going to ask for a
1591, Denver approach, expect ILS 135 left.
So we're with Seattle Center, so we will get our vectors here. Let's see.
Sky 3629, taxi around via Echo, remain restricted.
It's Z-Lure. I like to write down what I'm going to say before I say it. Salt Lake Center, United 1399. I have an approach request. Request the Arnav Zulu runway 3 from Z-Lure when able. 139. So he'll probably tell me to go direct to Z-Lure and cross Z-Lure at
1399, proceed back Z-Lure, cross Z-Lure on above 8,000, cleared Arnav Zulu runway 3 approach.
Clear direct to Z-Lure, cross Z-Lure at or above 8,000, clear to Arnav Zulu, runway 3 approach, United 1399. Alright, so let's go to heading, and we'll start turning in that direction. And then we'll do flight plan,
November, climbing to 12,500 to stay
Z-Lure, menu, activate, direct to, activate. We'll pop that out, we'll go back to nav.
81 at Ladora, cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach.
And then we're going to go down to, I don't know, 8,000 he said. So we're going to cross 8,000 at Z-Lure. So we'll do vertical speed down. And we'll pull back on the the power. Do this RNAV approach just for fun. Not that we really needed to, but it's kind of cool. Across Z-Lure at 8,000, and then the final approach fix is upgrade at 65.
Open Center, Cirrus 5.
So once we pass Z-Lure, we'll just go down to 65.
We'll be navigating via nav. Should be okay in the current flight plan.
60. Yeah, 65 at upgrade. The altimeter is 3006.
80 November with a request.
80 November.
Center Sky High 80 November requesting IFR pickup from Brazo to...
Altimeter is very important for RNAV approaches.
Romeo Oscar Durango.
There's our weather. So we need to do altitude select for descending as well.
Up until Brazo, then cleared from the Brazo intersection to the Durango airport.
And the ground elevation is
maintaining VFR on top till
5,000 for cabin.
Cleared to the Durango Airport as filed. Maintain
So that's actually correct. So.
Sky High 8 Sierra November.
Cabin pressure will be dropping there. So we'll say 8,000 at, it doesn't want to do any, there we go. Z-Lure, and then up gauge at 65 at 1,200 feet.
Air Midwest 428, descend past discretion, maintain 4,000.
Past discretion, see 4,000 over to us.
Okay. Get the seatbelts turned back on.
November 410, Lima
The
Tango.
wind is 020, so I'm going to set the heading for the wind, just so I know what the crosswind will look like.
November 410, Lima Tango.
Approach frequency will be Unicom, and that would be Idaho Falls Tower 18.5. So we'll set that up. 18.5.
11857.
And we'll talk to the guys on the ground when we get there. There's no icing, so we can turn off that prop de-ice.
Denver Center, Sky High 8 Sierra November. VFR on top, currently 13,000.
Dude, you don't need to give your altitude.
Sky High 8 Sierra November, Denver Center, roger.
Unless he was asking something about Bravo airspace. I cut him off. I don't know what he said. So it might have been okay. But even with flight following, you don't have to give altitude changes. Only IFR do you have to give altitude changes. Because you're being given an instruction, so you're just letting them know. Alright.
November 0 Lima Tango.
Elevations 47.
Whiskey. Cross Delta November Whiskey at the
So minimums on this is 5,000. So we would have to have the airport or the runway in sight by 5,000.
Can you repeat that instruction?
November 0 Lima Tango direct Denver Delta November Whiskey. Cross it at or above 14,000. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 100 approach.
Hey Gizmo.
DNW direct 14,000. ILS 19er approach 410 Lima.
We'll be on the ground here shortly, buddy. You can switch to readable colors. Yeah, I have no idea how to do that. Mine automatically comes up with like blue and red highlighted names and green, like No Master or Nove Master comes up as green color. So I don't know. Yeah, I know you're talking to Noel. I didn't know the answer to it either. Speaking of minimums, what was the minimums for them? It was 300 radar, so let's change that. It's right here, so we'll do 300 radar for minimums. There we go. And then the next one will be, like I said, 65 or so. We'll do our landing lights, taxi lights, and seatbelts are on. And we'll do auto ignition to on. So we're going to cross Z-Lure at 8,000, which is right in front of us. So then we can go down to 65 to intercept the final approach fix. keeping an eye on my airspeed here. I'm going to be adding in flaps here shortly on the descend. In fact, I'm going to do 1 notch flaps now. And then we're going to do vertical speed to what? I don't need to yet. So do 1200, I guess. $65, is that right? Yeah, 65 by U-gate, 1200 feet per minute. Interesting.
November 8803 uniform, clear the Springs Airport. Denver to departure, vectors left, season as filed. Maintain 9,000 and squawk 5157.
Put the conditioner levers to full power for landing. Missed approach, climb to 7,500.
02 uniform, read back correct.
So straight out to 7,500 and then left turn to UFGOD, left to UFGOD, and then to Terry. So it looks like we climb straight. Okay, straight to 75, so we'll have to reset this for 75 for missed.
Okay, 1 Alpha Tango, would you like climb?
I'd like to. 1 Alpha Tango.
Alpha Tango, climb and maintain 13,000.
13,000, 1 Alpha Tango.
November 494, report after acquisition in the air on this frequency on the ground 1 to 2.2, frequency change approved.
We're gonna have Zulu 3. Yeah. Alright, I should be making a right turn here any second.
Solid 5981, Denver Tower 35 left, quarter line 102.014.
And Gizmo says, that's easy. Click on the little gear nearby the chat button and choose the readable colors. Oh, okay. What do they call it? The cog wheel or something? So Noel, yeah, click that chat, on the bottom of the chat, right where you would type in your message, there's a little wheel. Click on that and that'll give you options. You have different options. Let's start on our way down. So we'll do vertical speed 1,000 feet per minute, altitude select. Because the only other waypoints, they all say, yeah, it's safe to 65. That's fine. So that's the required vertical speed needed to cross U-Gate at 6,500. We're doing 1,000, so we'll be there way before, because I could have stayed at 8,000. I'll just bring back that a little bit. I'll do that. Switch it back, because it is windy down here. And then we'll hit approach for the RNAV when we get a little closer. It says great, we'll try for landing now, setting on, click on the gear.
Sky high, 8 Sierra November.
See, now we're getting the LNAV plus vertical guidance, so it's basically RMP. So when we get to 65, we'll arm approach. And then minimums is 5,000.
After above 12,000 cleared, localizer DME runway 1.
So we're going to arm approach.
Sky high, 8 Sierra November.
Do prop full.
November 8803, inform runway 35 right, taxi B Alpha.
Approach speed 140, land 120, flap speed 180, full flaps 160. Gear can come down, full flaps heading in that white arc.
Denver Airport Oral, yes, for departure, reach transition,
so comes our glide path.
Exit maintain for level 280. Departure frequency 133.25, squawk 4272.
Man, my stream is all jacked up. I don't know why it's not straight. Salt Lake Center, United 1399, cancel IFR.
United 1399, IFR, condition receive, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk maintain VFR, frequency change approved, 1399, United 1399. Alright, so we're going to go over to CTAF. Idaho Falls traffic, Beach Twin, 1399. Established on the RNAV runway 3 for a full stop, 5 miles out, Idaho Falls traffic. Alright, so we've alerted them, our landing lights. We're gonna go gear down. Prop is already full. And we will reset the MCP for 7,500. Flaps full. So we'll reset 75 for going missed. Holding 140. And then gotta remember to turn the yaw damper off when we cut off the autopilot. The yaw damper's not there, so I'm just gonna turn it off now. It's the yaw damper, it's right there, so autopilot off, yaw damper off. Okay, my plane and the wind is pretty much right down the runway, so we're good. Just following the needles best I can. It's kind of risky on short final, huh? Don't do that. Alright. So I'm gonna cross the numbers at about 50 feet at 120 knots. And we are at minimums. And we'll keep about 50% power in on the flare, because this thing likes to be pulled down to the ground, has a weird ground effect. Alright, there's 120. Reversers on. That's where the track IR would come in handy, since it's not working right now. Idaho Falls traffic. Beach Twin taxiing to the terminal, Idaho Falls traffic. Alright, so let's turn off the landing light and strobes. We'll turn those off, turn those on. Flaps are up, engine ice is off. Canceled IFR, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, let me see what I missed here. Gizmo really likes this plane. I love that plane, but the horrible avionics makes it I don't like to fly this plane. Yeah, the little 530, although I mean it works. Like, it does all the RNAV approaches, it does all the ILS. There's not too many approaches that I can't do with this airplane, so the 530 is actually a very powerful avionics. It's you know, with the current nav data and everything, it's updated every month for the nav data, so set the brake. Butter the landing, Das. We believe in you. Yeah, I think I did a good job with the landing. Gizmo was like butter. And not just a plane. Many of the turboprops with metal bodies do the fail like a routine. Fall? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, on the ground effect. Yeah. You have buttered the bread. No master. Yep. Yeah, the trick with this airplane, like, you have to learn how to land, because every airplane lands differently. And with this one, I know to keep at least 50% power in on the throttles for the flare. If I were to just go flight idle and just pull back the throttle, it would just totally fall out of the sky and get like 700 feet per minute landing. Smooth like a baby's bottom. Nice work. Thank you, Swiss Cheese. Swiss Cheese subscribed for 3 months. I didn't hear that alert. Is my stream still working? Thanks, Swiss cheese. Let me do my little subscriber thing. Check this out. Here you go, bud. Appreciate the subscription there, my friend. Is the stream blurry? Let me see if I can restart this. You don't hear every alert? Yeah, I know. There's like that alert. Here, what? Let me try that. That's weird. I need to reset this. Was not as interruptive as the one you just did. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, there's the stream. I had to restart or refresh my stream on the laptop. Let me turn the volume on my laptop. So if I click on the subscriber one, okay, that does have a sound, but thanks for subscribing. So that doesn't have a sound. Well, I'm going to add a sound to that. And then this switching back, I think, yeah, so that has a sound. I just don't know how to lower the sounds on that. The logo and the text of sub on screen. Oh, just the logo and text of the sub on screen. So, yeah, I didn't actually hear the alert for the sub. Let me see if there's a sound for the subscriber. Now, this is a test. So the subscriber, I have no sound. All right, I'm going to make a note for the, I hear myself echoing like 5 seconds later. So subscriber has no alert. I need to add an alert for that. Sub has no alert, but a follow does. So I need to add a tone for sub. I'm still working on this, guys. Still working on it. I am definitely not the best at the streaming stuff, but I'm learning. Especially where it makes the jet take the whole screen. Well, I wanted to do that, Das, as, you know how like some people, or not some people, a lot of streamers have their own little thing they do when someone subscribes to their channel. And, you know, I just was trying to think of something I could do that is my brand. So I like the F-18 Hornet. That's my favorite fighter jet. So that's why I did that. So whenever I get someone to resubscribe to the channel, like Swiss Cheese did, then I'm going to play that, but I'm still going to add like maybe a sound to it, or I don't know, something. But that's why I wanted it to take up the entire screen to let the subscribers know that I'm making an overt action to let them know I appreciate it. So everybody has their little thing that they do. The last test is perfect if just a small sound added flashes on screen, but the follow I think is too disruptive. Okay, I'm going to get rid of I'm going to change out the follow alert. I'm going to write this down. Follow alert too loud. And the subscription alert has no sound, so I need to add sound. So I'm going to check out some sounds on that. The jet works, but I don't but don't black out the screen. Have it as a small corner overlay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, well, the only reason I had it as a whole screen is because I wanted to make it a big deal. If you think about it, I only get like a subscriber once every, 15 flights or something. You know what I mean? Like, I only get someone subscribe via normal subscription or Amazon Prime subscription once in a while. So I didn't want to have it as just a little corner screen. I wanted the entire screen to thank that person for subscribing to my channel. I wanted it to be a big deal. So I understand that it's kind of disruptive, but to the one that just subscribed to the channel, I want that person to know that it is a big deal to subscribe to the channel. So I'm just trying to find out ways to give back, and like I said, that's why I got this new package and everything. So I'm probably gonna just stick with the full screen for the subscriptions, but obviously for followers, since that happens a lot more often, I'm not gonna have a full screen alert for a follower. Only subscribers will get the full effect, if you will. And Swiss Cheese agrees. Yeah, because you just subscribed, so you kind of like, I showed you that I appreciated that by you subscribing to our channel, by making it a big deal. I wanted it to be a big deal, so that's why I did it that way. So I'm glad you agree, because you subscribed. And you're also one of the first 10 subscribers to this channel. That's why you have that icon next to your name, because you're one of the founding members of this channel. And that's a free little icon that Twitch came out with. Das says, basically notify us, but I don't want to stop seeing your stream. Yeah, no, I understand, Das, and the full screen thing, like I said, it only is there for like 3 seconds. So it's just, like, think of it this way, like, trying to think, like, John Fly is one of my favorite streamers, and every now and then, I know he did it a lot before, he would pick up drumsticks, and he would do like pretend air drumming. When someone would subscribe during his stream, he would pick up drumsticks. So all streamers have something that they did, and I'm like, well, I can't copy other people, so I wanted to come up with something of my own. So I'm just going to keep adding to that. And it's not like I get like 20 subscribers a day. That would get old. So believe me, if I were to get like 20 subscribers a day, that big screen thing, that's going to go away if I were to ever get that popular, but that ain't going to happen. If you want the entire screen, it will need adjusted. It's not taking the whole screen. It's off center and not rationed properly. Also for full screen, it's low DPI. Never say never, Swiss Cheese. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't say never. You never know. I've only been doing this a year, and who knows? Especially now when people are home, more people are tuning in to streamers. So you're right. I will work on it. I'm certainly not done with it. So maybe it doesn't have to be the entire screen. Maybe I could condense it a little bit. I mean, I'll play with it. But I do want it to be a big deal. But I don't want it to be annoying. But I do want it to be a big deal. So I'll be thinking about that. But yeah, good pointers. Like, I didn't even know my subscriber alert had no sound until now. So, but then again, the alerts are brand new. That's part of that package I bought. So I'm still testing it out, I guess. All right, so let's shut down this plane. Or I could just let it run itself out of gas too. So taxi light. Seatbelt off. And then turn that off, turn that off, turn the bleeds off. That'll get rid of the pneumatic pressure. Turn off the pitot, stall warning. Prop sync off. Turn, let me see. Feather the prop. Avionics off. EFIS off. And then we can do field cutoff. Let me make sure those are not on. They're not. All right. Field cutoff. Beacon light off. Tail light. Those are off. Close that window. Make sure I'm signed
Disconnected.
off. You're not, that says you're not seeing what I'm saying. If you have a way, I can send you a picture of what I'm seeing. Let me try it again, just so I can see. I'm going to look at my laptop this time. This is the subscriber one you're talking about, right? Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's not the full screen. So, okay, I just froze it. Well, it's actually in a loop. So maybe I have to figure out how to, let me switch back. I see what you're saying. So I'm going to write that down as well. So I thought it was full screen because it's full screen on my OBS, but it's not full screen for you guys. I see what you're saying. Not full screen. So maybe I could put like a window or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It is a bit jarring with the sound levels and full screen. The transition screen is a bit jarring too for sound levels. Scared my parrot when it went off. Oh my word. Woke my kids up. Also a headphone user killer. It's in a way that is more disruptive on a larger TV. It's low quality video. Okay. All right. So I need better alerts. But you know, the transition, I think the transition has the sound built into it. Transition sound. So I can email the people I bought that from and ask them how to lower the sound. That is way more disruptive than a large TV. Yeah, the transition audio. That Eagle is almost twice as loud as your audio. Really? That's crazy. Along with the crash sound it does. Okay. Well, I was unaware of half of this stuff. So that's how you troubleshoot. Cool. All right, did I sign off? Stream's only going to get good or better with input. So until I know how to make it better, I'm just leaving it up to my own devices, and that's not always the best. So the idea I'm having is a good idea. I just need to fine tune it a little bit more. All right, so is that done? So we're going to pause this. Let's see what the landing looked like. We'll do a tower view. Trans too loud. More. It's like I have volume control for my headphone and the display audio. I need to figure out the rest of the audio issues. It's got to be a way to turn it down in the settings. So for this landing, I'm curious if I land a 3-point landing. Hopefully I land on the back wheels first. Thinking I do. Yeah, it looks like I did. All right. So that's how you do it. 50% on the throttle so you don't come crashing down. We'll check out passenger view. As for the jet, it works, but if possible, a higher video quality would be great. Yeah, the jet was like an MPEG, JPEG, not MPEG, JPEG. It was something. It wasn't very good. You're right. But you know, everything I have to get is like, I can't ask a professional. I mean, I'd pay any one of you guys to make it better. But you know, you talk to like a company that does web stuff, and they just want to charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars to build you. Like, they don't want to do little stuff. They want a big package for hundreds of dollars, and I don't have that kind of money. So, you know, at least for stuff like that, I don't, not yet. But yeah, I need to find a better quality video. Let me see. So you wrote down, it looks like a 480p video. Where's my note on that? Sub, not full screen. 480p question mark. All of our devices are 12, yeah. It might be why we're not seeing it full screen. OBS might be changing the ratio. Filling in the background. Yeah, because on the OBS screen, it covers the entire screen, so that's kind of weird. So it's like a 1080 by 1920 issue, I guess. OBS should let you control audio per scene. I'm guessing your transition is a scene. Yeah, let me see if I can. If I go to scene. Let me back out of this first. Hold your ears. I'm going to switch to scene. Hold your ears. Okay. So let me make sure this is showing up for you guys. Yeah, it is. So this is what I have. I don't know. Do you guys know where I would start to check for because my stinger is here. That's the one I uploaded. You can click on transition properties, and it has transition point. I started at 2, which is like 2 seconds, I think. So I wouldn't get the black screen. Fade out. You know, there's nothing for sound. Like, I don't understand how I can make the stinger not go crazy. I'm guessing your transition is the scene. Butter, sir. Yes, jeez. The logos are cool. I think the audio levels were the biggest shock. Then the jet bit. As you know, the logos will work great though. Just need to workshop at a Switchisa. Yeah. Yeah, like anytime I switch between scenes here, like I have my VR stream in, countdown, when I'm actually in the game, full screen game, that's where I have this. And then scene is just whatever I'm looking at. So that's why you guys can see this. And then I have settings, audio. I mean, I can go to, there's advanced audio, I think. Like desktop audio, advanced audio. So I have like desktop, I have a game, which is 0, and my microphone. So like I don't know how to adjust that in particular sounds. I just don't know. Like I know the decibel from my microphone, I had to bump it up to 1.5, which is pretty much full volume. And then I lowered the gain so the engines wouldn't outperform my microphone. So I lowered this to negative 15.2. And then there's some airplanes that I have to bump it up to minus 10 instead of minus 1.5. See, I don't use Streamlabs. I use Stream Elements. And that's a good point, though. Stream Elements is basically Streamlabs, except for dummies like me. Must be able to allocate new audio track. Yeah, well, for the Stingers, I don't know. I guess that's the name of the Stinger. Well, it's just a Stinger transition, and it's a file that I downloaded. The Stinger file has that bird screech or whatever you want to call it embedded in the Stinger. So there's nothing I can do about that other than, you know what, I could mute the desktop. Here, let's try that real quick. Where is it that you choose the video? Subscriber. So if I click this, it will first go to the Stinger, making that bird noise, and then it will show the jet fly by. So yeah, I click subscriber. But I think if I mute the audio, it mutes it for everything. Well, not my microphone. I can mute it here, then click this. Let me turn my volume up. No, still did it. So that was the Stinger. I'm hearing myself. So that was the Stinger. It just has its own noise. Like even if I shut off the sound, I'll just have to get in touch with OBS support and also Stream Elements support and see if I can get it figured out. Is there options for a subscriber? So right click on subscriber. All right, hold your ears, going back. All right, so if I right click on subscriber, it's an override. I don't know what that means. Show in multi-view. See, I don't know what any of this stuff means. Do you know what any of it means? I guess that would be the same for anything like my DCS. It's all the same, yeah, it's all the same options. Oh, I'm sorry. I was clicking on them, so I guess if you right click on it, hopefully it won't right. Let me see. Darn it doesn't, doesn't it? Oh well. Oh, I know what to do. I'll stay on scene. Okay. Let me pull this up. I don't have to go back and forth. So right click. These are the options on any one of these scenes. So you got add and duplicate, copy filters, rename, remove, order, full screen. I wonder if maybe I should change the full screen to one of these for the subscriber one. And then transition override is just cut, fade, and stinger. I don't even know what any of that means. Grid mode, I have no idea. So those are the options if you right click on any one of the scenes. What's in filters? Well, it says copy filters. So I don't even know what I'm copying. And there is no arrow, so it's like that's an executable thing. So I don't want to click copy filters unless I know what it does. Some video editing has audio stuff and filters. Lower down. Oh. Did that pop up? So I don't want to click defaults because I don't know what that would do. But it doesn't look like effects filters. So I guess I could do color correction, render delay. Oh my God, this is all like beyond anything I know. Hit plus see if any options are there for audio. Yeah, I don't see any. Filters, nothing for audio. Now there's aspect ratio. That probably has something to do with the other, but I don't know. But I'm going, let me see. Doesn't seem to have audio there. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I don't know, guys, but I do have a lot of notes. So it was a worthy stream. Okay. Well, it gives me something to research. So I'm going to try to research it. What's at the bottom of the audio mixer column? Audio mixer. Okay. So yeah, video capture device. That's just my webcam. So I have that muted. Otherwise, you guys would hear an echo. And then that's my headset microphone. And then this is the game. Anything that comes in the game comes across the desktop audio. So there's no control for the stinger. There's no audio. don't know. Let's see if this one has anything. You know, and those are just the desktop audio game overlay. These are all the active sounds. And that's not even on right now. I have that off. So it's like there's nothing pertaining to alerts. And that's the main thing, the transition and the alerts. It's what's loud. So how to lower alert sounds. We're getting there. We'll figure it out. Take that eagle into an editor like shortcut and lower the audio and then re-export it. Oh, shortcut's free. And lower the audio. It's called shortcut. Shortcut audio. Lower audio. I'll check that out. I'm not very good with that stuff, but we'll see. Shot S-H-O-T. Oh. S-H-O-T. Shotcut. Okay. Shotcut for audio. Eagle. Okay. It's basically a feature equal to Adobe that people drool over. Oh, really? See, I have no interest in, but I want my stream not to be that annoying because the streamers don't have the audio on for the playback. I mean, I can turn it on and off, but otherwise you hear yourself like. So I didn't realize it was that loud of a transition. So yeah, I definitely would be taking care of this stuff. You think it's better than Adobe Premiere, but since it's not paid for, people think it's not. Yeah, I bet. That's kind of like a Zebo, because it's not payware, it's not good. Well, that's not true. I don't really get into Boeings that much, but that's a good plane, I know. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate it, guys. May not have the interest, but it's a tool to use to do quick editing in simple areas. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take a look at it to see if it's something I can work on. But the first thing I'm going to do is see if there's something I can do through the actual program. Like if I can get rid of the sound within the stinger, maybe get rid of the embedded noise, I would rather do that. I'm going to have to talk to the people I bought it from though. Can do wonders, plus you can make other short videos. Oh, that's cool. YouTube has a ton of tutorials on it. Shortcut. YouTube instruction. Oh heck, I learned a lot today. All right, guys, I'm gonna go take a break. I have sat here past my limit. I appreciate the chat as always. Noel, appreciate the cheer bits. Swiss cheese, appreciate the resub. Gizmo, my friend, I will catch you all later. And let me copy that. Shotcut. Cool. That'll work. Let's do Salt Lake approach. Yeah, I'll read up on that, bud. Later.
So you're looking for a type scope check? Med 18, did you want vectors or own navigation to the localizer? Med 18, roger. Once you pass Virginia, New Mexico, we'll get the vectors. Med 18, roger. Med 18, contact approach on 121.1. Okay. Agreement, maintain VFR.